These are our anemones, and this is what you should expect from 1 week from starting. Not very much going on just yet. And then at 2 weeks, can you see the first shoots are starting to emerge from the soil surface? And then at 3 weeks, can you see, we do have some stragglers. So they are a natural product. They won't all come up in a uniform way. But 3 weeks, almost everybody's up. But they are coming. And then at 4 weeks, now this is just one anemone in a pot. These are the ones that I started right at the beginning, when we were still packing the orders up, to remember. And then this is at 5 weeks. So that's quite a long time. So if your tray is just looking like this at the moment, just be careful that you don't overwater it. But this is completely normal. So these are the ranunculus, and I don't have one at 1 week because I did these on Sunday and it's only Wednesday today. So they've just been done a couple of days. So we're not expecting much movement, but can you see they're all puffed up still because the compost is nice and moist. So I will cover these back over. So this is about the two and a half week mark. And can you see, I've just lifted this one gently out because it didn't look like anything was going on at the soil surface. This is just to give you a bit of confidence. Didn't look like anything was going on, but he is coming. As I say, it's a natural product, so they're not all going to come up. It's not like an iPhone. They come up when they're ready. So, and then this is now the 3 week mark, and you can see everybody is out of bed. This stage, they're then safe from mice, as long as you haven't got an infestation or a really bad problem, but they should be safe because what happens is the mice steal the corn and run off with it rather than eating it in situ. And they can't now because the corn is slowly turning into a plant and it's firmly anchored in. And then this is the 4 week mark. Now I've put 2 trays out for you because I want you to be able to see the difference between the leaves. So this is the pastel lemon, and can you see this variety's got quite a fresh apple green colour to its leaves, where this is the warm pastel and it's got a duller leaf. So I don't want you to think, if they don't all look the same, that your plant's got some kind of disease. They also will get some markings on their leaves depending on the variety. So I just wanted to show you so you know that's completely normal. And this is 4 weeks completely safe from being pinched. By pinched, I mean stolen by rodents and squirrels and things like that. Now, this is the 5 week mark, and I've put both the ranunculus and the anemones together, so you can see that although the anemones are slower to get going, once they do get going, they catch up with the ranunculus. And this is the vital stage. At this point, this is when they start to make their leaf canopy. And if they don't make a good enough leaf canopy, they will not flower properly. So it is vital that you get them to the brightest part of your garden. At this stage, they're fine on the kitchen work surface. They don't need much light. We're just getting them going. But once the canopy of leaves is up, that's when it gets really important. Shall we do the same with the sweet peas? I've been sowing mine at intervals because I've just got so many to do. So if you've still got yours to do, it's absolutely fine. This pot does need topping up with compost, but I wanted you to be able to see them emerging. So that's the reason why it's like that. As soon as they're big enough, I will top it up so they are as full as these pots here. So this is 1 week from sowing, and you can see that germination is just starting to occur. We've got 2 little seedlings showing their heads already. I thought I'd bring you over and show you ballerina blue. So these are 6 pots of exactly the same seed that you've got from me. And you can see in this pot, they've decided to all germinate together. But in this pot here, you can see this guy was up first. These are about 2 weeks old. This guy is up first, but these 2 now are catching up. Here, I've got 2 out of the 3. 2 out of the 3. So it's completely normal that they don't all come up together. But as we get to the 2 and 3 week mark, you'll probably find that all of them will be up. They'll all have germinated. And if you do have any gaps once you get to this stage at 4 weeks, then for some reason the seed didn't germinate, or it might have rotted off, or it might have been pinched, or you might have forgotten to sow it. I do that all the time. Then just add, at this point, just add another seed. There's plenty of time. I'm going to turn my phone so you can see properly. Are you ready? Right, so let's go back to the beginning. So this is germination. So we've got 2 seeds that have germinated and a third one still to come up. So at this point, this third seedling is possibly still vulnerable from being stolen by mice or rodents. I will put a little image up on the screen for you next so you can see the germination process. So you'll see from that point, there is not really much when they get to this kind of stage to steal from the mice and rodents. They can still be attacked and be eaten by wildlife. So if you do, you just need to use your common sense. By the back door, in a small garden, is usually pretty safe. But as I say, use your common sense. Bring them in at night if you feel like you need to. And then when they get to the 3-week stage, can you see if they've got enough light, they are not growing, they haven't grown any taller. But what is growing is the canopy of leaves, and that is now going to open. The seed had everything it needed in the seed coat to get to this stage, but now it needs to start producing its own food, and for that it needs photosynthesis and it needs leaves. Next we're on to the 4-week and the 5-week marker, and you can see that the plants are not getting any taller, exactly the same height. However, the leaf canopy is the difference. Now this is a spring sunshine variety. You will find over the course of the season, the spring sunshine varieties will grow faster than the Spencer varieties because they are early flowering types, and the flowering is initiated at less hours of daylight. It's all in the handbook, but let me give you a quick jump forward to February. Talking about our autumn jump starter sweet peas, I just want to show you the difference between the early flowering variety and the Spencer types, which were sown at the same time. Look at the difference between the size of the plants, and that's just because they are different varieties. It's a beautiful day. You're probably sat on your sun lounger, so I thought I'd give you a quick tour. So this is spring sunshine champagne. It is the earliest to bloom. It needs less daylight to initiate flowering, and you can see clearly how many more flowers it has than the Spencer varieties. The Spencer varieties will catch up, and this one will run out of steam sooner, but it's good to have the selection because we've been able to make lots of flower arrangements already.